It's time for Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Johnny Radio.
Yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. That was a rough start to the show, if you can't tell. Behind the scenes and as you just coming out of the get. But it is one of the best times of the year. It's time to fill out your brackets. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. And we're talking tons of college hoops. We're breaking down brackets. We're breaking down the 12-5 seeds. I've been looking at the 12-5 matchups. You know, always a 12 upsets of 5. And this year's matchups are really, really tough. I mean, UAB, who's been rolling, playing San Diego State and Ladie. A lot of people aren't picking UAB because that James Madison team, man, they're flat out fast and nasty. And they got Whiskey, though, Wisconsin, who's been playing great ball. McNeese is playing the Zags. Grand Canyon, St. Mary's. We're going to be breaking down these bad boys. Also, I want to know, at the Sissy's Log Cabin listener and text line, what's the toughest bracket? What's the toughest road to hoe to the championship? Who do you think, man? That East region is difficult. There's a bunch of difficult ones out there. And we also got some, crazy stuff going on in the world of sports. We're breaking down tons of the bracket. We're going to be talking about all the teams. I'm not going to be talking about, who got left out, because, man, when you got 68 teams in, nobody's getting left out. I know there was, 5 teams that got in that were very unexpected who won their tournament championship, their conference tournament championship, and got an automatic qualifier. I feel a little bit bad for Indiana State, but, man, it is what it is. Yes, Indiana State was the highest ranked team in the Ken Palm, never to get in. But hell, man, they weren't even the first team on the outs. Sorry he didn't get in. Hey, Rick Pitino didn't get in. But his little son, Richard, did. So there is a Pitino in the tournament. But we got all kinds of crazy stuff to talk about when it comes to the brackets. But don't think we won't be talking a little bit of NFL. Justin Fields to the Steelers. Steelers are making tons of moves in this offseason, are they not? Holy hell. They've even got a Patrick Queen coming over there, middle linebacker. Hadn't had a great middle linebacker since Ryan Shazier, and I'm talking about middle, not edge. Well, you got one in Patrick Queen, and now you have Russ, and you have my man Justin Fields. By the way, Kenny Pickett to the Eagles, if people were worried about Kenny Pickett. I think him backing up Jalen Hurts will be nice for him. Sit back with his tiny hands, make a little money, watch Jalen Hurts do his thing. So we got to talk about the NFL. I don't ever really talk about golf because it's not something that's on my head, and so I'm not going to talk a whole lot about it. But like Scotty Scheffler won the Players' Championship or something.
Sure did, John. Oh, it was a heck of a final round.
By one little stroke?
One little stroke.
Now, is it true that it's just he's like now like the back-to-back first dude ever in the tournament to go back-to-back in this joint?
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, this is something maybe. He's a repeat champion. Like I know that I'm not 100% sure, but I was watching ESPN when they said this. And I usually feel like what they put on the late night show is usually going to be correct. So I'm going to trust the old 4-letter network that Scotty Scheffler is the first dude to be repeat Players Champion. So watch out. Him going into the Masters, I'm not a big golf bettor, but I always bet on the Masters. Is this guy like hot? Are we thinking bet on Scotty Scheffler for the Masters?
I don't know. His putting is terrible. He always falls off with the putting.
Okay. Now, we're also going to break down some SEC basketball. Bruce Pearl. How much have I just said I like Bruce Pearl?
Constantly.
I love this guy. And then he's like crying after he wins. And man, look, dude, I'm a man that cries, bruh.
Grow up.
No, dude, he was talking about his father and him not being here, and now you're gonna feel bad, Dacus, because I know you up in church like every Sunday and Wednesday.
Praise Jesus.
And I'm proud of you for that, by the way. But I'm just saying, yeah, Bruce Pearl was talking about how, and he was trying to say it wasn't about him and all this stuff, and it's about his kids, man. He was getting all choked up about his dad not being here to see this. So I love me some Bruce Pearl, but Auburn got hosed. Like, they're a 4th seed after winning the SEC championship and being a baller shot caller all year? Johnny Broome gonna bust some freaking heads in this tournament. You better watch out. Auburn coming locked and loaded. I feel like they got hosed. Am I the only person that feels like this? Not sure. But I know 100% I feel that way. Also, don't know if y'all realize this. Baseball is starting Wednesday. Very early in the morning. So,
and I was wrong. I thought these were exhibitions. They're real games.
This is the real deal, Holyfield. Did
Didn't
you
know
not
that.
see the little? Did you see the little girl over the weekend that had the Dodgers whole team mesmerized?
John, are we talking to Jake Crane today?
Yes, we are talking to
Okay.
Jake. Is he on?
No, I'm about to get him on, but I just
Oh.
wanted to get away from that topic.
Oh, she was trending. It was a very trending topic. It was one of the very top things on my Twitter feed, buddy. And I feel like. Anyway, but it was a beautiful weekend. We got all kinds of crazy stuff. I can't wait to talk to Jake Crane about the brackets, about Justin Fields. One of the things I thought was really crazy about it, like these dudes are so good at putting these brackets together, and I know they're trying to get the top teams in, but the storylines that they do on purpose and inject make it so exciting. Like there's the possibility, that Tennessee could face Texas. And it's kind of likely. Yeah, that would be nice. Coach your own team, Rick Barnes. That is fascinating. Have to go against your own team in a tournament. One of my favorite ones, though, is, Trev Alberts, who played at Nebraska. All-American stud. AD. Now he leaves. He goes to Texas A&M. And guess who is opening up against each other? A little 8-9 matchup. You guessed it. Nebraska trying to get their first win in the NCAA tournament. And a little Texas A&M. I feel like the tournament's awesome. The way they inject storylines makes me excited. And I'm so blessed to have Jake Crane. My man, he's got more analogies than anybody I know. He's hilarious. And the show is flat out awesome. You should check out Crane and Company. If you're tired of just the same old yelling and BS that you watch on some of the 4-letter networks, you need to go and check out Crane and Company. I put it on the tube. You can listen to it in your podcast. You can do whatever you want with it all day long because they start early and they always come hard. What up, Jake? How are you doing today?
Man, doing great. Getting ready for what's going to be a Nets NCAA tournament. We're going to live stream the first round on Thursday, or the first day of the first round. I say on Thursday. So excited, man.
Man, y'all have a lot going on there, and everybody I know who watches you football, it does come first. But damn, man, this time of the year is pretty freaking exciting. I was listening to y'all this morning. Y'all were tripping me out. I can't believe y'all already have y'all's brackets picked out. I'm still so damn confused on what 12-5 matchups that I'm going to pick. That was impressive.
Well, look, I mean, I've kept up with it all year. I feel like I led the show off saying the best way to fill out your bracket is just to ask somebody who has no idea about college basketball.
Yes, you did.
That's typically how it goes. But when I look at this tournament, the parity is at an all-time high. I mean, you just look at the conference tournaments. I mean, it was incredible. You had championship games that didn't feature the one seed in the tournament. I mean, you're watching 9s play 5s, and not just on the men's side, on the women's side too. So it's going to be a wild tournament, man. That's for sure.
It is definitely going to be wild. I'm going to start over in the East, and I got to just say, I was talking about like the first thing for me when they're watching CBS Sports and they're bringing out the bracket and UConn, and then they're playing stats and they're going through this, and then you see FAU, and then you see San Diego State on the East, and you're like, damn, all three of them junts were in the Final Four. They inject so many amazing storylines. The Texas A&M and Nebraska, like these things are done on perfect. I absolutely love for it. I live for it. But the first thing I noticed about the East is it's got to be the most difficult one in my personal opinion. I feel Auburn got hosed. They are a 4 seed. You got San Diego State's a 5 with Ledee. FAU was there last year. UConn's your 1. Iowa State's is playing as good as anybody in the country. The Illini, like the East is the beast.
Yeah, I mean, you got Drake as the 10 seed. I mean, it was very surprising because UConn was the number 1 overall seed, and if anybody has the right to be the most upset, it is UConn. They put almost every conference tournament winner in one region. I mean, you got UConn that won the Big East, obviously. You've got Auburn that won the SEC tournament. Illinois won the Big Ten tournament. Iowa State won the Big 12 tournament. I mean, I get it's about storylines, but who the hell's the committee? I don't know what they were thinking, but I will say this. You know, just from the Auburn perspective, we're all a fan of somebody. I'm just glad there's no other SEC team in our region. That's what worries me the most. It's having to play teams that know who you are, that you've played 2 or 3 times. Look, you're going to run into UConn or a Houston or a Purdue at some point, but I would rather not have to go through a team that I've already played to get there. And look, if any team is built to be able to make a run at UConn, it's an Auburn, it's an Illinois, or it's an Iowa State. It's just about getting there. That's what it's about. So it ought to be interesting, that's for sure.
Man, the East, yeah, like you said, is the beast. The one question is, I did want to ask you. I'm going to ask every single, like, give me a little percentage action because everybody always picks a 12 over a 5. UAB, when you think about them matching up against San Diego State, you know, like Ledee is a real deal. Holyfield, UAB winning the American, pretty good tournament. But you know, me being a Memphis, here in Memphis, and sadly a Memphis fan, and they're just terrible. Like I don't know, man. If I like Andy Kennedy and everything, but I don't know if I can pick this 12.
Well, the way it typically works is everybody always talks about the 12-5 upset, but there's always like 2 of them that they always talk about more than the others, like McNeese over Gonzaga. They're gonna be talking about, McNeese, that's gonna be a win. Go ahead and pencil that one in as the 12-5 upset. Grand Canyon, they are absolutely in love with Grand Canyon, but the problem with that is those 5 seeds hear that all week. You know, one of the reasons those upsets happen is because they kind of sneak up on people. It's always the other 12-5s that end up winning because they focus so much on a couple. I think UAB, who plays a very physical style of ball, and has Eric Gaines and Vasquez is really hot, and they're big. I think they could beat San Diego State. That's actually tougher for me to pick than the McNeese over Gonzaga one, or even the James Madison over Wisconsin game. I mean, everybody loves James Madison. They won 31 games. That's great. But Wisconsin's playing about as good as anybody in the country right now. That game against Illinois was absolutely fantastic. So I tell you, man, I kind of lean more toward the UAB over San Diego State one than the other one.
Man, you know, by the way, getting back to that Wisconsin team, I'm right there with you. James Madison gets up and down. They can score and everything. But how in the hell did Purdue just give up a layup to tie the game and send that Junt in overtime?
I don't trust them. I don't know. They got the easiest path. You'd have thought they were the number 1 overall seed. I think they got the easiest path of any of the 1 seeds, even though no path is really easy. But I tell you what, I like Tennessee beating them in the Elite 8. I think Tennessee goes to the Final 4.
Well, we're going to the Midwest now. That was beautiful. Makes it really simple for me to get over there. Purdue, we can't believe in them, like you said. Tennessee, it's tough to trust Rick, and then Rick Barnes possibly having a matchup in the second round against his the team that he coached forever and couldn't get it done in Texas. That to me that is just another great storyline and interesting things. But who do you feel in the Midwest, like if it's not Tennessee, if it's not Purdue, because you don't think these teams can actually do it? I don't trust Kansas for anything because I haven't believed in them all year. And again, Hunter Dickinson, we got to find out their health. McCullers, don't trust Kansas. And Creighton, look, Big East got 3 teams in for a reason, and Creighton's like that 3rd team. And I know they got 5 guys that score over double figures, but I've watched them play. Like, they can shoot some threes and everything, but they're not very athletic. I think you could hose these boys. I mean, I look at this one and this is the one. I feel like this is the one bracket that definitely a long shot could make it.
Yeah, it smells funny over there, and it's not just because of the pastures in the Midwest. I think South Carolina, man, I tell you, a lot of people are really hot on Oregon because they're healthy now. They won the Pac-12 tournament. But this South Carolina team, they've overachieved all year, but they know who they are. They don't try and do things that they're not good at. Lamont Paris has done a really good job of getting guys to accept their roles. Do not be shocked at all. I'm just going to tell you right now, do not be shocked at all if you see South Carolina, beat Creighton in the second round and end up matching up with Texas here, I believe, in the Sweet 16, which that's the last thing you want if you're either one of those teams to play a team that knows you. But looking at the Midwest, a buckyball over there against Kansas, you mentioned their health. I mean, heck, even when Kansas was healthy, I think they have some question marks. The one that I find very interesting is the play-in game over there. You got Virginia and Colorado State, two teams that play very differently. And if Virginia, they can make it to that game against Texas, if they can get past Colorado State, I think they can really slow Texas down. Now, they struggle to score, and Tyrese Hunter's incredibly athletic, and Cunningham's a good player. But I'm with you. I think the Midwest probably will produce the most chaos.
The hardest thing for me is, I don't trust Kansas. I've been against Kansas all year. I want to take Buckyball and Sanford to actually, beat Kansas and then somehow get past the Zags or McNeese. That's that bracket for me. I feel like I'm either going to put a 13 or a 12 playing in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, and look, that's if Hunter Dickinson to me is the key, because Sanford if he's able to play and he's somewhat healthy, that's going to be such a tough matchup for them. They're going to have to shoot incredibly well, which they could. We've seen them do that before, but it's going to be really tough. McCullers is obviously a really good player, coming in over from Texas State to Kansas, but Dickinson is kind of their X factor. But yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if that was the one region. And then, I know we're going to move over to the other ones, but if that was the one region where we did see the most chaos.
One other thing I want to also bring up is Will Wade. Everybody loves him. You said something today that kind of fascinated me. Vanderbilt should go and hire Will Wade. The reason
They're smart.
Hell, Memphis should do the same thing. My question is I just, bringing up Will Wade, a lot of people in Memphis, their ears perk up. What is you're not, you don't live in Memphis. You don't have the history. You're not around here. What is the perception of the Memphis basketball program?
Well, I still consider Memphis, a basketball school when I think about it. And maybe that was the Calipari run and my age. And they're doing a heck of a job in football. I mean, they could be a team that comes out of a group of five this year. Yeah, no, with Hennigan coming back at quarterback, they're going to be a problem. They always have a couple witches running around on offense. But I just don't know how you don't make the NCAA tournament at Memphis basketball. I don't. That's really hard for me to get over because, look, Memphis is a sexy brand in basketball as well. So I think it's inexcusable. You get the right coach in there, they can take off. And, now that you saw Houston leave and go to the Big 12, and you've had some attrition there, they should be running that conference.
You think, man, they should be running that. I'm glad you said that. Sorry, I just had to get that. Everybody in Memphis right now is depressing. We were looking at our bracket, and the fact that you were 15-2 in a top 10 team and not in is just absolutely embarrassing.
Fell apart,
bro. But over in the South, Houston's got a pretty tough run, the number 1 overall seed. I love the Nebraska A&M matchup. I still, though, Nebraska having to try to get their first tournament win against a Texas A&M team that's physical, and Wade Taylor can flat out score. That looks really scary. Don't trust Duke. Kentucky's in that bad boy. How's Tyler Kolek's health? And then the worst story has to be the big blow to Florida over the weekend. Against Auburn, that was just absolutely nasty. What do you notice in the South?
Well, when it comes to the South, and I do want to say this, I think Florida is a problem still. Losing Hanglockton, obviously that's a big deal. He's one of the best offensive rebounders in the country. But make no mistake, Florida's got a bunch of trees. They got Condon, they got Hawk, they got Samuels at 6'10". They run him at the 3 and the 4, and they've got old guards. Don't count Florida out yet. They looked a little heavy legged. In the conference championship game, they had to play one more game than Auburn. But man, I tell you what, I got Florida beating Marquette. I really believe that even if Kolek plays, he's still going to be hurt. Nobody's 100%. Hell, you're not 100%. The day after you're born. But when I do look at Florida, I think they do present problems. The rest, it's the South to me is Houston and A&M. I think is going to beat Nebraska. I like the way Wisconsin's playing. I don't trust Duke. I think they'll get past Vermont. But I got a feeling like we're going to end up running into some sort of Kentucky-Houston matchup or Florida-Houston matchup there in the South to get out.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, Kentucky's got Shepard and Reeves, and they can score
Dillingham,
flat out. Dillingham, 2 7-footers. This is I know Cal has only won one, thanks to Anthony Davis and everything. But damn, dude, if they got a chance to do it, this is the year they got a chance because they can flat out score more than anybody. Last region that we got to get to is out west. North Carolina, the number 1 overall 1 seed. Kind of wondering why Arizona the 2 seed. I know that they want to put them in the West, but you would think that would have been Tennessee. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I look at this one, and I have no idea what to do. Help a man out.
Man. Again, this goes back to just ask somebody that has no clue. I want to trust North Carolina. I really do. I tell you a team to watch out for in this side of the bracket, New Mexico, at 11. They've got, they've got the guard play. They've got a guy that can really, really fill it up. They're physical.
There's a Patino coaching them.
I think he kept his dad out of the tournament. That's the funny part. I don't trust Arizona. I think there's a good chance Arizona's going to lose to Nevada in the second round. We mentioned that the Midwest, there could be some chaos. There could be a lot in this one, too. That Mississippi State-Michigan State matchup is basically just a UFC fight that they're going to have a basketball they roll out there. I know Grand Canyon, coming out of the same conference as the University of Phoenix and South New Hampshire. Everybody's really, really hot on them. I think Bama gets to the Sweet 16. I don't think North Carolina's a good matchup for them because Alabama struggles to play defense. But don't be surprised if you see Nevada beat Arizona in the second round, New Mexico beat Baylor in the second round, and Alabama and St. Mary's be a hell of a game there in the second round to see who gets out of that bad boy.
Dadgummit, Jake, man, you talk everything. Football, NFL, college football, college basketball. He's helping you with your bracket. Last but not least, do you like the fit for Justin Fields in Pittsburgh?
I think at the end of the day, the Steelers kind of got the best of both worlds. You're paying Russell Wilson $1.2 million to come in there and steer the ship. And if that doesn't work out, Justin Fields is waiting in the wings. And I just, when I look at the makeup of what the Steelers did, bringing over Patrick Queen too, they still have got Pickens, they've got Freiermuth. Defensively, you pair Queen with T.J. Watt. I like the move. If you're Chicago, I tell you what my favorite part is, it clears up a lot of what's going to happen at the top of the first round. So I'm just excited to see, is Caleb Williams going to pull any stunts now?
Best show on, best show going, Crane and Company. How can they find you? What you got coming down the pipe?
Really easy. If you watch your shows, you can go to YouTube. It's Crane and Company, CRAINN Company. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. All that jazz. We have live calls, a live chat, and it's a lot of fun. We're going to live stream the tournament, like I said, starting on Thursday. Got a bracket challenge at Bet Online to win $50,000. So head on over there, man, and come hang out with us. And
also, y'all come up with some funny stories, like your brother dropping the what was it, suplex basketball in Russia?
Oh yeah, dude. Apparently, there's in Russia, it's basketball, but there's a secret guy that can suplex people on the court at any point in time as long as he takes his shirt off, which is the most Russian thing I think I've ever heard in my life.
I'm so with you, man. Be blessed, Jake. Thanks for your time, brother.
Anytime. Appreciate you.
That is Jake Crane from Crane & Company. We're late for a break. Back in 2 Shake Sports 56 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows, stay up to date with station events, and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ.
Looking for sports in all the wrong places? Try the Owner's Box Sports Bar and Grill in Lakeland Town Square. Fun, friendly, exciting, and comfortable with wall-to-wall TVs for all your favorite games, 24 taps for all your favorite beers, including NA and local craft beers, and an in-front-of-the-wall full bar for all your other favorite beverages, including a full wine list. Add in an upscale menu, patio seating, daily specials, and events, and you found all your sports in the one right place. The Owner's Box Sports Bar and Grill in Lakeland Town Square, Highway 70.
Hello, Memphians. Wake up each and every Tuesday morning weekly to Cup Club Early Morning Show. Cup Club Early Morning Show each and every Tuesday morning weekly, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. right here on AM 56. Hosted by former Arkansas State Red Wolves Hall of Fame fullback Ricky Jemison. Enjoy special guest interviews, top sports local, nationally, and Monsters Game Pro Football League updates. Cup Club Early Morning Show right here on AM 56.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
I am such a failure.
You're going to have to narrow that one down a bit.
As the spokesperson for Central Barbecue, I have failed to tell everyone about the new location in South Haven.
Technically, I'm the spokesperson for Central Barbecue.
Well, I haven't told anyone, but there's a new location in South Haven that's super convenient for the people living there. And I haven't told them that location is where all the Central Barbecue catering for North Mississippi comes from.
If we could get back to the Central Barbecue spokesperson thing, see, you have to do this because you work here.
Now, I have no clue how I'm going to face the people of South Haven. I have besmirched the name Central Barbecue spokesperson.
Besmirched?
Hey Mid-South, it's springtime, so let's celebrate with the Gossett Mitsubishi Motor Spring Sales Event. Time to go spring breaking with 43 MPG Highway. Do it right with 2024 Mitsubishi Mirage. We Gossett for only $19,110 or $259 a month. Go your own way in style with 2024 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. We Gossett $30,150 or $449 a month. Or hit the road in 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander SE $36,165 or $399.99 a month. Plus, every Gossett Mitsubishi comes with Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, and 24/7 at MemphisMitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we Gossett at Gossett Motor Cars.
Mirage RHW 6614, MSRP 1916, Eclipse RZO 32749, MSRP 30,650, Outlander RZO 12807, MSRP 36,165. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695. Excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month with approved credit. Dealer stock only.
Listen each and every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. and join Ottawald Presbyterian Church for worship. Ottawald is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Davis all day long. It is that time of the year. We know all the teams. It's time to fill out your brackets. For all those people who haven't been paying attention, maybe you just came out of a coma, congratulations for just coming out. Glad you're back. Memphis is not in. Memphis is not in.
Wouldn't that be crazy if you went into a coma like when Memphis was the number 10 team in the country and you woke up and they're not even in the tournament?
You'd be like, oh my God, how many years have I been sleeping?
Put me back in. I mean,
now you'd think that you had to be out for a couple years, man. You'd be like, man, have I been
same
gone?
year.
Like, man. Well, we got to talk with my good buddy, Terry Davis. It is a Monday. What's up, TD?
Man, what is going on? How was your weekend?
Man, my weekend was really good. It was chill. It worked out good. Watched tons and tons of basketball. Ate a little steak. You know what I'm saying? It was a good weekend. How was yours?
And you survived St. Patty's Day.
Oh man, you'd be so proud of me. This was probably the most well-behaved St. Patrick's Day I've had since I was 16, 17 years old.
I'm proud of you. That's good for you.
Yep. It's called responsibility. Sometimes I have to be responsible, and it was a rough one. Like somehow Chas convinced me that I had to do yard work all day on Sunday and watch basketball in the background.
Yeah, that'll take yard work will take a lot out of you, man. Take a lot out of you.
19 bags of leaves, nothing left. It's beautiful. Woo. So I won't be back out there for a long damn time. I can promise you that. But man, no. But man, right now, Memphis ain't in the tournament. They ain't going to the NIT.
Nope.
Season's over. Terry, Go ahead and put your that. I don't know if you remember this. They lost to Wichita State.
Yep.
Put your
very disappointing.
Put your bow on it.
And it's after everything shaked out, only way they could have got to the tournament if they had won the tournament. And the way it shaked out, they could have beat every team if they had showed up and played the first game and won the first game. And I think they would have been going to. They probably would have sent them out to Spokane, Washington. But at least they've been in the tournament. But it's on their own shoulders, man. They collapsed and they were not a team. Even though they're the most talented team in the conference this year, they want the best team in the conference, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. By the way, what do you think about the conference and what they got in?
Say that again?
What do you think about the conference as a whole? Did they get treated fair?
For the most part, yeah. Because South Florida metric system was really, really, really bad. They were the third they were behind SMU, Memphis, and they just got to upgrade their schedule. And that's the problem with these coaches and these ADs in this conference. They schedule bad teams, and it brings the whole conference down.
Yeah, it definitely does. It does. But man, Memphis's season is over, and Jonathan Pierre is bouncing. How much shakeup we gonna have in this roster? We gonna know anybody next year?
It's gonna be the same. You're gonna have 2 or 3 guys come back from this year. Hopefully, Chezavant comes back. Little Hardaway will be back, and hopefully he can get a couple of more guys to stay. It's sad to see the Johnson leave because I thought he'll be an integral part in next year because you need 4 or 5 guys from the previous year's team, for a rollover effect. And that's one of the reasons he didn't want to go to NIT. So why go to NIT when you want to have only 2 people back? It defeats the purpose.
Yeah, the NIT is hell, Ole Miss said no. I looked at it. I saw it. There was a bunch of teams that said no to the NIT.
Right, it's 17. And my thing is, if since it's all about money, if you make it inducive to those guys, every player that wins with $25,000, $30,000, I bet they'd be jumping on that.
Now that's something that they probably would jump on, but the problem is are they going to be able to pay that? Because are the fans going to go? And does anybody want to go watch the NIT anymore?
Make money off the television contract alone. So don't act like the NCAA is not making any money off of this.
Oh man, that's a good point.
They want to make any money, they wouldn't be doing it.
That is a good point. So, what's going on? David Jones, 100%. Like, what's going to happen with him?
Not 100%. Penny gave it 70-30 last week. I would give it more like 60-40 because he really ain't gonna know anything until you go to those evaluations, those individual evaluations.
Are you saying 60% return, 40% go?
No. 6%. Yeah, I said. To me, I don't think he's ready for the NBA, but I'm not an NBA evaluator. It depends on what team looking at him. If they can give him a top grade, a top 40 grade, he should probably go. But they won't know that until they evaluate him in a couple of months.
Man, I don't know if top 40 grade. Ooh, buddy.
So that's 30 teams in the first round and the top 10 in the second round.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying like that. This one's a lot deeper than people I think expected before the beginning of the year. Like getting that top 40 grade, I feel like more unlikely than likely.
I don't know because he was one of those All-Americans because no one knew who he was before last year, and his name is really materialized. And one thing about being in college, the longer you stay, the more chance if you're not going to play. Because we
that is a
Leicester,
really damn good point, and that is always so true.
And you remember Lester Calhoun left a year early, and everyone said, "Oh, you shouldn't go. You do better staying there." And the year that he's winning the league, he actually went there and improved his stock, and now he's on a regular contract. So it worked out for him. So he has some groundwork to go for him.
Damn, yeah, that does make sense, man. I will say though, 6'10", 210, you'd say.
Yeah, but but in Memphis, I don't know what they pay in Memphis, but in the NBA, the max he can make is $500,000, and probably with the NIL deal he'll get in Memphis, it will probably be a little bit better than that. But but who's to say?
Well, we'll see what happens, man. Tiger fans got to keep their fingers crossed. What do you think about Penny? Basically, into the season, everything that he says. Just go ahead and put your Care Bear stare on.
Basically, he said, Penny is like a guy. He likes to coach. He was tired of dealing with his team. He was tired of dealing with all the drama going on this team. He was tired of pacifying all the emotional and all these things because Penny, he told these guys up front, now if you come here, I want you to do A, B, C, and D. And, all these guys came up and said, yeah, I can do that. And then when they get here, they start looking at the stat sheet, and they were winning, and they weren't happy. I'm not going to call out no names. It's not as many people as you think it is, but the people that did it really brought the team down.
What do you think about I think it was Walton saying, more defined roles would have really helped?
Yeah, it's all to say that now, but they had defined roles. Everyone knew their role, but some people wanted a bigger role other than their role, if you know what I mean. But the roles were defined. Everyone said that the roles were not defined, but the roles were defined, and people just didn't execute on a proper basis when the metal hit the fan. Because when things went back, the biggest problem with this team was lack of internal leadership on the court. There was no leaders on the court,
and too much finger pointing. Everybody. I'm going from the top to the bottom, from the players to the coaches, everything. Hell, you can throw the fan base and some of these media people out here. It's just so much finger pointing at the university, and I'm not talking about just finger pointing at your other teammates for what they're not doing right, but also when you do something right, point it right back at yourself.
Right, exactly, and that was the biggest problem too, because Penny, has this style of doing it. He give you free reign until he see that you can't play free, and then when he try to put clamps on you, then you're gonna complain about that. Because this team, they could score with anybody in the country. In the last game of the year, they don't score 70 points. Come on, something's definitely wrong. And you have 4 days to be, to prepare for that.
They didn't even look like they cared about being in a game until the second half, and it was basically David Jones and Naquan Tomlin still who are the only ones that looked like they were giving a damn.
Yes, so true.
That's the thing that I feel like the most watching that game was like, what is it? GTF.
Oh, I know.
All I can say is that over and over here.
Because if they had any kind of, when they took the lead down the stretch with a couple minutes left, if they had got one stop, sure enough they got a couple of bad calls that went against them at the end, but you got to play better than the referee called the game, but you can't put yourself in that situation when you got that lead at 1 point. If you just went out and got a stop and went up by 3 points, you would have won that game. Period.
Man, hell, when they came back and took the lead, you thought they were going to take control of that game right there at the end.
Exactly.
And it's just like it just didn't happen. I still don't understand what I saw, and I still can't believe it's over. It's like a bad dream, and well, now they're on to the next phase, I guess.
Yeah, it is. It's over, and now we got the tournament coming here. And I don't like the draw that came here. I really don't like the teams that came here. It's going to be hard.
I'm sure you don't like it, especially because Houston's ass is going to be up in here, man, coming back.
And Houston don't bring any fans. I like Kelvin Sampson and his team, but they don't bring any people here. I think the team that's going to bring the most people is going to be A&M in Clemson.
I'm excited about the Nebraska A&M for the one reason, the whole Trev Alberts drama that's going on, the fact that he was an All-American football player in Nebraska, became their athletic director, just left them, takes the A&M gig, and now you got Nebraska and A&M. A&M, who's right now at the beginning of the year, they were preseason darlings in the SEC, didn't show up and play pretty much all year, played pretty damn good in the tournament, kind of sneaked their way in. And again, this is a team that did beat Kentucky twice this year and also did beat Tennessee. I mean, they are immensely talented. And then you have Nebraska, who shoots more three-pointers than like basically anybody. They're letting it fly. I think that's going to be the fun game here, the Trev Alberts game. That's the one I'm looking forward to.
Have you seen Nebraska play this year?
Man, I saw them play once, like a
full
game.
They are a very, very, very exciting game. They up and down.
They let it fly.
They let it fly. And A&M, that's gonna be a great game.
But they're a lot of A&M this year.
It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. And I think A&M and Houston, if they do play, even though they're 90 miles away from each other, that's gonna be a great game. And Houston might be in trouble. You never know.
The other game that I think is kind of weird is Clemson's got bad vibes from this building, and they got to play New Mexico, the Lobos, Richard Pitino's team. They're going to be here in Memphis. I like this New Mexico team, and the fact that Clemson's already lost once in this building, I feel like it just is like the double slap in the face.
Well, look at the bright side. They've been to this building. They've been to this city once this year. This same team has been
and they
here,
lost to a terrible Memphis Tiger basketball team.
Man, Memphis beat 6 teams in the tournament. At the time they played, they won a terrible team. They turned into a terrible team. At the time they were playing, they were playing top 10 level.
Trust me, I drank the Kool-Aid, man. I was like, dude, the Tigers were Jim Jones, and I was one of the followers drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, and that's how come I tell fans all the time, man. From week one, people putting out, oh, here's the net, here's projections. Man, look, man, you better enjoy the season because you never know which way it's going to turn. Just like I said about the football team, everybody complaining about a 10-win football team. They might win more games this year, the football team, and they may be a worse team this year.
Bro, like the football team this year, like could have a chance to actually do something special. Like, could you imagine Tiger basketball team gets ranked in the top 10, 15-2, misses out on the tournament, and then Ryan Silverfield destroys the American, is the most top ranked non-Power 4 school going into next year and gets into the college football playoff, man. Could you imagine that? Like, that'd be like, I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll take that. And, don't get me started on the college football playoff format. I hate it. I hate the format, and I hate the fact that they're going to give these guys some automatic bids and stuff, man. If I was the other other conferences outside the SEC and Pac-10, I said, look, Big Ten, I would just, we're going to form our own conference.
Dude, the ACC and the Big 12, they're cowing down just because they know that the money's going to be bigger, and they're going to give a little bit of power up to the SEC.
Man, sometimes you got to have a
but
backbone.
That's because that's because the SEC and the Big 10 be swinging the big stick up in that joint. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what?
ACC, what the hell they done in football? ACC Clemson. I forgot about you, Dabo Swinney.
Okay. All right, but what you got? If you don't stand up to a bully,
in the Big 12, by the way, what happened? Oh, yeah, we took Oklahoma, and me being the SEC. We took Oklahoma and Texas.
Oh, my God.
I know, I can't help myself.
That's funny.
Oh, man. But anyway, TD, I just I got to also ask you real quick, man. Have you been looking at your bracket? Have you started to even fill that junk out?
Yes. And I think as crazy as this season is, I think the top 14 seeds going to make it for the most part to the Sweet 16. As crazy as this season has been, I don't think the tournament is going to be as upset as you think it would be.
Man, see, this one, that's a tough statement for me because I look over at the East and I think to myself, UConn, the number 1 overall seed, I feel like they put them in the toughest bracket because, damn it, Iowa State as a number 2 is filthy. We just watched what they did in the Big 12. Did you see that ass whipping they put on Houston?
Yes, I did. And they don't meet until what? The Elite 8. So basically, you only got to pay them at the end.
Okay, let's see. Your second round is against if FAU gets past Northwestern. That's a team that made the Final Four last year. Has pretty much got everybody back.
But you know what? They didn't win American tournament. I mean, the AAC tournament this year, and everybody know about them. They might not make it out the first round.
No, you might be right. But also, then, I mean, the weird thing about that East is you got 3 teams that were in the Final Four last year with San Diego State, the 5 seed, FAU, the 8, UConn, the 1, and then the most, like, I think the only team that I've been sitting here saying to myself that just got hosed is Auburn. You're putting Bruce Pearl and them boys at the 4 seed? Like, that's a tough, I mean, UConn 1, Iowa State 2, Illinois, the Illini freaking fighting at number 3 with that Terrence Shannon Jr., the dude who you don't want to touch with a 10-foot pole if you just talk about basketball, though he's filthy.
And, another thing, too, they could have done, too, the NCAA could have done, they didn't have to send UAB all the way out to Spokane, Washington. They could send him here to Memphis because they're going to lose probably their first-round game anyway. They would have sold a whole lot.
Fans could have seen him sold a lot of tickets.
Right, and they could have sent Tennessee here, and they could have sold a whole lot of tickets. That's what they could have done.
Yeah, they could. I see what you're saying, but I will say, man, like A&M, Houston's going to pack that out. Baylor, will travel.
Right, but that's it. That's it.
That's true. That is true. One other thing I was going to say, man, like, did you think Kentucky? Like, what do you think about Cal, man? That 3 seed over in the South, like Marquette, you got questions about Tyler Kolek's health. Florida lost their big man to a broken leg. I feel like Kentucky could easily make an Elite 8.
Yes, that's my feeling. I think they make the Elite 8, but not Final 4.
Yeah, I don't think they make it to the 4, but, man.
And one more thing, I know you got to go. Desmond Bain, man, it was great seeing him back on the court. He could have easily said, I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to wait till next year. I'm just going to practice on this court. But he came out and he put on a good show. He hit the first shot he made, and he had a good performance last night. And he ain't probably going to play the next game, but he played last night.
Man, TD, thank you so much for your time, man. You know it is your time. Follow him at Terry Davis at Terry D515. Read his work, the Tri-State Defender, and listen to him every single Monday right here. Be blessed, homie.
All right, my brother. Talk to you.
That is my good buddy, TD. We're taking a quick time out back into Shake Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Moving is stressful, but Black Tie Moving can take the worry out of the process. Whether you're moving across town or across country, moving your home or your office, your personal moving concierge from Black Tie Moving will work with you to design a plan that perfectly fits your budget and needs. And they're available 24/7 to answer any questions you have. Give Black Tie Moving a call at 901-316-6196 or go to blacktiemoving.com/Memphis to get your personal, no obligation quote from the moving experts at Black Tie Moving.
Together, let's drive. Hey, everybody, it's Chevy truck season. All the Silverados you want are right here in Olive Branch at All-Star Chevrolet. Come get any new Silverado you want with financing down to 0.09, and your good credit deserves it. Trailblazers and Equinox with the 1.5 financing and no payments for 90 days. Families love the new Suburban, so you can do more together. Where are you going for Easter and spring break? And better yet, what are you driving? Military, teachers, college students, and healthcare workers, you get an extra $500 bonus. And do you want pre-owned? Everything you want is here. All the Jeeps and Ram trucks. Come drive this Yukon Denali or a Traverse. If it's not here, just ask for Jeff or Kevin and they'll find it for you. And Kevin and Jeff and everyone here at All-Star Chevy asked me to wish everyone a happy springtime and Easter. Remember, it's not South Haven, not Mount Moriah, Bartlett, or Collierville. It's got to be Olive Branch, people. Go to All-Star Chevy today or go to allstarautogroup.com.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 9 to 11 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on Sports 56, real sports talk.
Don't let the name Sunrise fool you. Sunrise on Jefferson and Sunrise East on Poplar don't just make one fantastic breakfast. They're also the best choice for a fast, fresh lunch made just for you. Chain restaurants are focused on getting you in and out as quickly as possible. Sunrise wants to make sure that after you've enjoyed your lunch, you'll be happy that the crew at Sunrise genuinely cares about you. Not in a weird way. They care that your burger or BLT or Dirty Bird are exactly the lunch you were craving. We've said it a million times. Don't settle when there are 2 locations of Sunrise just a short drive away.
Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toed boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nebo lights, good-looking duck head dress shirts, duck head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Kimes Ranch jeans. At Hewlett & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps. Fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic-approved shoes. Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewlett & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewlett & Dunn. Hewlett & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
All 650 acquisition fee, 30,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage. Forte RE72, 39.85, MSRP 22,320. Sportage R7, 76.40, MSRP 29,635. Telluride RG 49,9963, MSRP 41,005. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax on license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 4/1/2024. Dealer stock only.
Hey, it's my man Jeff Allen bringing sweet deals from Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah.
Hey, Randy, I've got a 2024 Kia Forte LXS that gets 41 MPG highway, and you can hit the road for just $219 a month.
That's awesome. What else you got?
2024 Kia Sportage LX, $289 a month. Both 36-month lease and $34.99 due at signing. Or go big in a 2024 Kia Telluride S all-wheel drive, $429 a month. 36-month lease and $39.99 due at signing.
Plus, get peace of mind with the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah.
We're online 24/7, KiaMountMoriah.com.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. Brian Dacus is hanging out with me. We've had a very, very, very busy show. We talked with Jake Crane a little bit earlier. We've talked everything from Justin Fields heading to Pittsburgh, Kenny Pickett's an Eagle, a couple NFL little notes and nuggets. Tyreek Hill's putting cigars out on his wife's face. Did you hear about that this weekend?
I did not, no.
Yeah, man, it's a nasty story. We'll probably talk about that in Hardenwood. My goodness. Couldn't look any worse for the man. He's got lawsuits going left and right because he's got babies everywhere. Man, if after I'm a smart dude, I think.
I think you're a very smart dude.
No, actually, I'm not going to sit there and pretend. I am not the most intelligent human being on the world.
No, John, no.
Have made many a mistake in my day, but I will tell you, after 2 daughters, I learned how that happened. Tyreek, come on, man. How long does it go? How many do you have to have? Do you have to be Nick Cannon before you realize how that happens? But we'll talk maybe a little about him in Hardenwood because he's just absolutely wild. We'll also talk about what The Rock said here in Memphis. I just found out that The Rock was talking ish to Ja Morant about Ja Morant in this city, in his building. I can't wait for Wednesday's segment. We'll talk a little bit about that during Hardwood, but we got a ton. Man, I've talked with Jake Crane about the brackets. I've talked with Terry Davis. We put a bow on the Memphis Tiger basketball season. Don't feel like talking about that anymore because I'm ready to be happy. We're going to talk about our brackets in all kinds of games because we're going to be looking ahead with Brian Dacus. We got Hardenwood because it feels so good. We got a couple NBA nuggets as well. And I'm also going to tell you right now, how do you look good? Man, after you win tons of money, getting all the advice in the other next segment about who to pick in your bracket and bet on, you go to Frontier Western Store. Largest boot showroom on planet Earth. I was with my buddy Matt this weekend. He got his boots from Frontier Western Store. He got some new boots recently. But he was telling me about his old boots that he still has and wears and loves. He's had them for 25 years. I can promise you my tennis shoes ain't lasting 25 years. Go on down to Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. You can shop online at frontierwesternstore.com. Not only do they have the largest boot showroom around, with Western boots, work boots, dress boots, cowboy boots, you name it, the boot, they got the boot. They got Hey Dude shoes. But they also have a ladies' boutique, a children's department. They can dress everybody in your family head to toe. Make sure you check them out again, 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch, or online at frontierwesternstore.com. On the other side, it's more about the brackets, a little bit of wood, and some gambling. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
The lunatic is in my head.
This is hard to believe, but the Hyundai Santa Fe is actually better. I know, that's crazy, isn't it? The 2024 Santa Fe is new, top to bottom, and even better than before. It's almost as big as the Palisade, so roomy, and now it's got a standard third row. Everybody's clamoring for that. And it's the best SUV when it comes to the ride than ever before. You know how with SUVs you love it because you're sitting high, but you don't get that luxury kind of ride like a sedan? You do with the 2024 Santa Fe. It's the best riding SUV ever, and it's quiet. It's the ultimate family car. All you've got to do to be sold is to test drive it. The people at Homer Skelton Hyundai are saying, come try it. You'll love it. Homer Skelton Hyundai, right at the corner of Highway 78 and Craft Road. First exit in Mississippi. Go see the ultimate SUV, the 2024 Santa Fe.
Your chance to get that rare, hard-to-find luxury timepiece is here at Genesis Diamonds. Hi, this is Devir Vanunu, Vice President at Genesis. I want to make sure your Rolex dream come true. This Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, Genesis is hosting an epic pre-owned luxury Rolex event, featuring a stunning new selection of these hard-to-find watches. Hulks, Submariners, Daytonas, Pepsis, Batmans, all the hottest models that people wait years for. These are carefully chosen timepieces in pristine condition. During this event, you can take advantage of special pricing and zero-interest financing. And listen to this, with the purchase of any luxury pre-owned Rolex at this event, Genesis will give you a pair of 2-carat lab-grown diamond stud earrings for free. That's a $4,000 value. Also, for this event, our pre-owned Rolex buyers are on site, offering top dollar for your Rolex. So I invite you to join us this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday only, and only at Genesis Diamonds, your home for luxury pre-owned Rolexes. We're at Popular and Perkins Extended. I can't wait to meet you.
It's time to triple your savings with Gossett's Jeep Celebration Event and Ram Truck Month and Dodge Power Shot Days, all at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat on the Pike. How about new 2023 Jeep Renegade Latitude 4x4? We Gossett $5,052 off MSRP. That's Jeep Renegade Latitude $24,988. How about new 2023 Jeep Cherokee Altitude 4x4? We Gossett $33,230. That's $8,000 off MSRP. And Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat on the Pike has 2023 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon 4x4, $14,000 off MSRP. So drive past the rest and come to the best Gossett on the Pike or shop online, GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Renegade Triple P 56029 MSRP 30,040, Altitude PD 10 3653 MSRP 41,230, Gladiator PL 570 369 MSRP 64,925, includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month with approved credit. Dealer stock only.
Napa Cafe celebrates 26 years in 2024. Hi, I'm Glenda Hastings, owner of Napa Cafe, and I want to thank you for making us part of your dining experiences. Treat yourself tonight with a delightful dinner. Maybe start with an appetizer like our baked sweet piquilla peppers stuffed with goat cheese and mozzarella, finished with basil pistou, and move on to one of our cozy dishes like the double chocolate stout braised boneless beef short ribs with tonkatsu sauce and creamy mashed potatoes, or a fresh seafood dish like our pan-roasted ginger buttered sea bass with cilantro soy vinaigrette. I get hungry just talking about it. Don't forget about dessert, our famous sweet buttermilk pie with brown sugar sauce, or drink your dessert with one of our signature dessert cocktails, like the lemon cheesecake martini, lemony, icy, frothy, and dusted with graham cracker crumbs. Napa Cafe, open Wednesday through Saturday for dinner starting at 5 o'clock. For reservations, visit our website at napacafe.com. Come join us as we celebrate 26 years of Napa Cafe. We can't wait to serve you.
To thank you for 40 unforgettable years, Dell Technologies is celebrating with anniversary savings on their most popular tech. For a limited time only, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 13 Plus, powered by Intel Core processors, and more. Plus, curate your dream setup with great deals on select monitors, mice, and more must-have electronics and accessories. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to leading-edge technology and free shipping on everything. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Hey, this is Eli Savoy, and I've got a question for you. Who wants to pay full retail for a pre-owned car or truck when you can buy it at wholesale? Wholesale Unlimited on Pleasant View, right off Covington Pike, has an unlimited selection of super sharp pre-owned cars and trucks you can buy at the wholesale price. And right now, you can use your tax refund as all or part of a down payment and still just pay the wholesale price. Chevy Silverados, F-150s and Ram trucks, Tahoes, Explorers, Jeep Wranglers, Grand Cherokees, Renegades, a Cadillac SRX, Camaros, Mustang convertible, Hyundais. Check it out. Go to wucars.com or Google Wholesale Unlimited Memphis. This is great. Your money goes a long way when you can buy at the wholesale price, and tax refund time makes it even better. Go to Wholesale Unlimited on Pleasant View, just off Covington Pike, with guaranteed approval. Tell them you heard about it right here on Sports 56, and you can thank me later.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dacus. Happy Monday, man. It's a cold Monday.
It is a cold Monday.
It is
46 degrees right now.
It's bleeping cold.
It is very.
Somebody said it might freeze tonight.
Wow, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Now I don't know who that somebody. I don't know if they got it off an app or whatever. Watch the news. It's just what somebody told me, so I'm relaying some information.
John, you know who's very active this morning in the transfer portal?
Jonathan Pierre.
Well, yes. Ole Miss. I am seeing, they'll say, this guy's in the transfer portal, and then they'll go and say these teams have contacted him. Ole Miss contacted like every player in the portal. You know who hasn't been active this morning?
Penny Hardaway.
Memphis. Not one person have they reached out to that's been noted on Twitter.
Well, I'll tell you.
Still early, though.
Only
noon on the first day of the portal.
Remember, he gave up his retirement and vacation to come take this job at Memphis and save this city.
You got that right.
So maybe he's getting a little vacay in. He's been working hard this year.
Round of golf this morning.
That's a little cold, bro.
Golf. Yeah, too cold to play golf.
Yeah, man. No, dude. If you get out there, you want to be able to get a little sweat on, right?
Yeah, it's true.
All right, now we got to get into a lot of stories. We got some stuff to kind of put the bow on. The brackets are out. I'm about to ask Dacus. I didn't even talk to you today, have I?
No, you've had too many guests to start the show.
I'm sorry, been busy, y'all, but I got my buddy Dacus in.
And I went with you on Thursday or Friday, so I feel like I haven't talked to you forever.
Oh, my goodness, you're right, dude. It's crazy. We got so much to get in, and we got crazy, crazy stories for Hardwood. We're going to break down some brackets, but we still have to tie up a few things from basically the weekend that we haven't touched yet. One of those being when we were on, last Friday, right when my show was going off, the news that Aaron Donald was retiring was breaking.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And there are just some news and notes about Aaron Donald that will kind of just absolutely blow your mind. I want you to think about how great Aaron Donald was. Only Aaron Donald and Barry Sanders in the history of the NFL are players that have played at least 10 seasons and been selected to the Pro Bowl in each year.
Wow.
Like, that's impressive. That is very, very impressive. That is going from the jump all the way through. Like, all the way through. I mean, damn. My man's 10-time Pro Bowl, 8-time All-Pro. He's a Super Bowl champion. He's a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. It's just, like, the accolades are amazing for an interior defensive lineman. By the way, 6'1", 280-pound, most dominant interior defensive lineman possibly ever. I mean, you've had the Refrigerator Perrys. You've had Cortez Kennedys, dudes who are big plugs who stop the run because they are 365, 70 pounds. Aaron Donald did it totally different. He had little T-Rex arms, and he did it with leverage, and he was just so damn strong. You couldn't beat him. And this is the craziest thing that I saw about Aaron Donald. When he's being double teamed, his win rate was 35%. That's better than the National Football League average of defensive linemen one-on-one. He won more against double team than the rest of the NFL players against single coverage.
That's crazy.
On average. Think about that. That is how dominant he was. And I'm going to sit there and again sing his accolades. Not only in all 10 of his seasons did this man make it to the damn, All-Pro. Not only that, my man, again, along with Barry Sanders, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Do you know there's only 2 other players in history other than Aaron Donald that have been 3-time Defensive Player of the Year?
Wow.
J.J. Watt's one of them. You know the other is?
I don't know.
He broke a Memphian's leg. We call him a Memphian now.
We call him a Memphian now?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you know Joe Theismann?
Oh, yes.
Who broke his leg?
I forget who. I forget he lives in
Lawrence
Memphis now.
Taylor.
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor. I forgot that Theismann lives in Memphis now.
Yeah. What's up, Joe?
He didn't help my mom one time when she was doing something out of school that his kid
He's the
was
nicest
at.
guy in the world.
She was like struggling, like lifting something, and he didn't. He like just walked by and looked at her. My mom never forgave him.
Oh, dude, that is. He probably thought she had it.
You got it.
He thought he didn't want an attack by possibly a Karen, and he didn't want to be sexist, and also the fear of the number of Karens that have popped up out there. So I get it, but like one time, like Joe pulled up on this dude and was like, "Yo, hey buddy," rolled down the window. He's like, "Just wanted to let you know, you're right. Tail lights out."
What a nice guy. You get pulled over quick for that.
And in Germantown, you get over with the
big
quickness.
time, yeah.
So he told somebody, and they were like, you got to think about it. Roll down the window, and it's Joe Theismann going, "Hey, buddy, just want to let you know that your right tail lights out."
I'd freak out. I wouldn't know what to say. Thank you, Mr. Theismann.
But anyway, point is, it's Lawrence Taylor.
That's crazy. I mean, that is unbelievable company to be
so
in.
Lawrence Taylor, J.J. Watt, Aaron Donald. So the question is, also he's up there with Barry Sanders, 10 years, 10, all-time 10 Pro Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
Like every single damn year, my man's doing his thing. My question, though, is they say there was a question up here, is he the greatest defensive lineman of all time? And I want y'all's opinion, 901-360-8255, 901-360-8255. I'm sorry, I have to put interior linemen in there. And there's been some great interior linemen over the year. But then if you're going to just say also linemen, dude, Reggie White pops up. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I mean, dude was 6'5", maybe 6'6", 310, 315, stronger than anybody and playing defensive end. He could go inside, he could go outside. Howie Long was a beast back in the day with the buzz cut, bro. It's pretty good on television, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, like, I can't. I mean, Reggie White I have up there. J.J. Watt.
Did you ever watch the 30 for 30 on Reggie White?
Of course, the Minister of Defense.
Yeah. I saw some of it. It was pretty good. The part I saw was really good.
Dude, I saw Reggie White when he was when he was a damn showboat.
Right,
Holmes.
you don't need a 30 for 30.
Don't give me that, man. I went up there and saw him at the Q, and you don't even know what the Q is.
I don't know.
Used to be, you know what East Sport is on Ridgeway now?
I do.
Way back in the day, it was opened up as the Q. That's when Reggie was still alive.
How about that? R.I.P.
R.I.P. Reg. But again, you got just some great defensive players out there. I mean, hell, Dwight Freeney for his size coming off the edge.
That's a great
with his
one.
spin move. I mean, shoot, Ed Too Tall Jones back in the day, son. Don't be playing no games with me. John Abraham, remember him with the Jets? No.
I mean, I know the name. I never saw him play, but
yeah, there's just some studs. But I want to know, what do you people out there think? Like, who are the best of all time? And again, do you just put him as simply as you can? Shoot, John Randall, man, he didn't get no Super Bowl, but with Minnesota, man, he'd come in there, he had his eyes painted. Man, I like, my mind just keeps going all over the place. The best of all time, Aaron Donald, best interior. Is he even the best interior lineman of all time? Hell, remember speaking of North Carolina getting 1 seed? Julius Peppers. Played basketball, and I don't know if you remember this, but shoot, that dude was 9 times. He went to the Pro Bowl 9 times. Like, there's some beast back there. Michael Strahan with his gap tooth. Where do you put him?
You could put him on a list for defensive linemen and television personality.
Mean Joe Green. We didn't even mention him. Deacon Jones, the older players. Shoot. Aaron Donald, though, man.
He's up there. I mean, what a career.
Hell, I didn't even mention Bruce Smith. Bruce Smith. All right, so you got Reggie White, LT, Bruce Smith, J.J. Watt, Aaron Donald, John. I mean, where are we putting all these guys? Like, there's some studs out there.
There absolutely are.
Hit me up at the Sissy's Log Cabin and listener and text line 901-360-8255. Life is too short for ordinary jewelry. Where do you rank your top 5? Is Aaron Donald in your top 5? Linemen. Not interior, not defensive ends. Just who are the best damn linemen you've ever seen? I'll just say, man, Aaron Donald's really up there, and I'll never forget the damn Super Bowl they won. Aaron Donald, with one arm, saved the Super Bowl. Do you remember that against the Bengals?
I do, yeah.
Just get out my damn way. Aaron Donald, I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you. 2 guys, bam, bam, bam. That's Aaron Donald, bro. Man, there's some damn great ones. But now, it's time for me to get into a little. What happened? You're so.
I'm sorry. I've been paying attention to the portal. Doug McDaniel just entered the portal from Michigan. I got excited.
Okay, damn.
I've got a whole spreadsheet over here that I'm putting notable transfers and or players I want Memphis to go after on a spreadsheet so I can keep up with them.
Well,
so that's what I've been doing over here.
Pull your spreadsheet out, or let's just use your brain, because now it's time for me and you to talk a little bit about what do you think about the brackets? What are some of your first impressions? I said straight off the brick, man. For me, I feel the East is just deep and hard to get through. Like Iowa State, a 2 seed, they are awesome. The Illini. You got Terrence Shannon Jr., Duke, and flat out, he's a walking bucket. Your 5 is San Diego State, runner-up last year in the Final Four. Ricky Leday's back, FAU, UConn. It is Drake is a 10. Like, that's just, I feel like that's a beast, but the biggest one in that bracket, like I'm looking at, and I'm staring at Auburn. Because I love me some Bruce Pearl. I also like Johnny Brome. I like that team. They are deep. They can beat you in 100 different ways. And did you see what they did in the SEC tournament?
Did.
And gotta say, very freaking impressed with Texas A&M making the dance. And did you also see Mississippi State? in their first round. Do you know they're playing Michigan State? How is Michigan State at 9? I feel like Mississippi State will beat the brakes off of Michigan State. My favorite game right now off the jump
is State
over Michigan State. State over State.
John, the committee was all over the place with some of these seedings. I mean, how in the world...
Because they did more storylines, which I love the storylines.
I guess so. How in the world is FAU an 8 seed? They're a higher seed this year, John, than they were last year when they lost 3 games.
Yep.
I didn't get that.
It's what they did last year and the fact that everybody's back. Everybody loves a little Johnny.
I don't understand how A&M's 9. That blows my mind. I guess did enough in the conference tournament, maybe. Those were the 2 that jumped out to me. Also, John, the committee hates mid-major teams. I mean, you look at these matchups. Gonzaga and McNeese.
Well, that's what I love.
Having to play each other.
Hey, not only that,
St. Mary's and Grand Canyon.
That's what I was going to say.
That's ridiculous.
St. Mary's and the Zags. One of those 2 teams has fallen into one of these 12s, bro.
And I
if
hate
not
that.
both of them.
Because I love both of these. I love Gonzaga. And when I saw
Did
Gonzaga,
you know Gonzaga, by the way, 24th
other,
straight tournament? Did you hear that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it's incredible.
Only 2 teams in the country have a longer consecutive streak to the NCAA tournament than Mark Few and the Zags, and it was Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
And who was the other team? I can't remember off the cuff.
I don't remember either, but I know Kansas right under them against Samford, which I was really high on Samford earlier. Watched a lot more of them in conference play. I'm starting to back off a little bit on Samford. I think they're just kind of in their conference, they go out. Here's the thing. Bucky McMillan, who everyone's in love with. And fine coach or whatever.
But the fact that they're playing Kansas, who is the one, they have no depth.
No.
Timberlake is terrible. Furphy is soft. From a dude from Australia, where you got by the way, I want you to think about this. Australia, it's so tough.
Yeah.
They've got everything will kill you in Australia.
Oh, yeah. Watch out for the snakes and spiders.
Think about the kangaroos, bro.
Oh yeah, and kangaroos are jacked.
They fight you can look for hours and hours on YouTube about kangaroos boxing. Brood, have you ever seen any other animals in the world just go up and be like,
no.
"Yo, you want to box,
Nope.
bruh?
Not at all.
I'm gonna kick you in the face. I'm gonna punch you." People have fought kangaroos, and Furphy is from Australia, but he's soft as baby poo.
Yeah.
But defense is terrible. I don't believe in Kansas. And I'm sorry, Hunter. I know Hunter Dickinson can cause a problem if he's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like Buckyball in this first round.
Well, here's what I'll say, and I'll look more into Samford probably tonight, and I'll have more.
Dude, they're going to let it
you.
fly, and they're going to run, and they're 90 miles an hour to nothing.
Yes.
Kansas don't have that depth to run up and down the court.
But I think Samford has looked a little better because
they play weak competition.
Right. And Bucky McMillan, his thing is he's in a very affluent area of Alabama. He's been a high school coach there. Pretty much everybody in the city has some sort of connection with him. And so all of these people are just flooding in NIL money to his program. And he's going out there and getting guys.
He was a high school coach just a few years ago.
Exactly. And he's going out and getting all of these guys that might are too good for this level, but not good enough to be at the P5 level. They're somewhere in between. He's throwing a ton of money at him, saying, "Come on!" So he's out athleting everybody in his conference.
True. That is
I don't
a good
know.
Point. That's a damn
if
good.
He can
by
go
the
up
way,
against
that
Kansas.
is a damn good point. But I'm just saying, if you watch this Kansas team. Do you not see a team that is almost has gotten as fragile as let's just say Memphis at the end of the year?
Uh-huh.
Because, man, they're scared to shoot. I mean, Timberlake right now, he is scared to pull the trigger.
When I think you look around at all the 4 seeds, I think that might be, if you're Samford, that might be the best 4 seed you could have pulled. If you're going to be a 13 seed, because, I mean, your other options, Alabama, I wouldn't want to see Alabama.
Hey, Bucky. Now, Alabama will out Bucky ball your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because Nate Oates is.
Exactly.
Are in Alabama the number 1 scoring team in the country this year.
But number 300 in defense is incredible.
That is.
Auburn is another
true.
4 seed. Don't want to see Auburn. And Duke's the other 4 seed. I don't want to see Filipowski in the paint. So yeah, I think they got the best draw in terms of getting a 4 seed.
I'm with you on that one. Did you? And we did kind of talk a little bit about the 12 seeds because everybody's going to pick them.
Yeah.
And, Jake makes a good point how tough UAB is down in the paint.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody's really talking about UAB being the 12 seed to actually win because it's either Grand Canyon, like, oh my God, did you see what Grand Canyon did? Everybody's on Grand Canyon. What's his name? Tyrone Grant Foster or something. Like they say this kid's going to be in the NBA.
No, they've Grand Canyon definitely has
NBA talent,
guys,
and they're playing St. Mary's, who is lacking what? Talent.
Well,
I think St. Mary's is the most vanilla 5 seed in the entire damn bracket. Like, I just feel like Grand Canyon actually is a better team than St. Mary's off the jump. And then who's going to bet against Will Wade? Well, he is going against Mark Few, so it makes that one makes it hard for me to bet. As much as everybody loves Will Wade and McNeese State, and a lot of people are picking that as their upset, I love me some Will Wade. But the Zags have been playing their best ball at the end of the season, and Mark Few again has been here has been here more than anybody, but maybe Bill Self. That makes it a little bit difficult. And then I kind of do like James Madison until I see they're playing Wisconsin.
Yeah, I mean that's an interesting game. That one jumped out at me, but you're right. I don't know if I can bet against Wisconsin with the way they've been playing lately.
Do you think it's what do you think about the storylines in this bad boy? Like possibly Tennessee playing Texas in the second game. Like I just love that. Rick Barnes could never get it done there at Texas. Nobody's ever gotten it done at UT. And everybody's saying this is the year that Rick Barnes has the best chance to get Tennessee to a Final Four. And holy hell, look, in the second week, we're playing a Big 12 team in Texas who's joining the SEC coming up in this season. And oh, by the way, Rick, that was the team that got rid of you before you came to Tennessee.
That's right.
Like, that is just to me, like, damn. And let's be real, Texas has got some dudes down low.
Sure.
So seeing Adu and James and my goodness, like that could be a heck of a little matchup. And then plus, what is it, Abe Smith for Texas?
Oh yeah.
And Zakiya Ziegler going like locking horns against it. Like I didn't even mean to say that. No pun intended. Locking horns. But Tennessee, Texas, that I think could be an unbelievable matchup in the round of 32. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, number 7 versus number 2 with all that jazz, that gets me fired up like hell. And then I look at South Carolina, who has to play Oregon in the first round. Oregon is healthy. They just won the Pac, which isn't saying a lot because the Pac-12 is terrible. Terrible. But South Carolina, the way they slow it down and play defense and grind it out, I don't think this is going to match Oregon's pace. I love South Carolina in the first round, and I think Creighton at a 3. I hate to say this. I feel like I overrated the Big East all year.
First off, how does the Big East only get 3 teams?
Only 3 teams
in the NCAA
because
That's
maybe
ridiculous.
they suck.
No chance. I mean, I could pick out multiple teams in here. I have a conspiracy theory, John, about why the Big East got only 3. No, I think the NCAA. So obviously the NCAA
couldn't
tournament,
have 2 Patinos in the tournament at
no,
the same time.
it has nothing to do with that. I think it has to do. Obviously, John, this is it kind of the same thing that we talk about when we're going back to the college football. At the end of the day, this is a television product. And these games are going to be on TV. So everybody in the committee room is linked to a university. So if we can expand the NCAA tournament, that means more money, more TV, whatever, all that jazz. So I think they picked these teams not to make the tournament because they wanted people to be outraged about these teams missing the tournament and to say, oh, we've got to expand it now because St. John's didn't get in or Providence didn't get in. That's my conspiracy theory, John, because otherwise I think it's ridiculous those teams are out.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, it does kind of make a little bit of sense, to be honest with you, though. Guess I really shouldn't argue with you. On the other side, you know what we're about
it's
to
a
do?
conspiracy theory, just conspiracy theory.
I like conspiracy theories. Like, there's some good ones out there. Like, man, I don't even want to go down. I was about to go down a rabbit hole that's going to get me completely lost. But I can't do that because I got crazy stories on the other side. We're doing a little Hardwood where it feels so good. But I did want to remind you real quick. Are you hungry? I mean, it's beautiful outside, but it's a little bit chilly today. You know what you could do? You could go to Dyer's, man. Dyer's. Yeah, there's not just one downtown. There's one out in Collierville. Get you some of that chili or get you a chili cheese dog with some onions on that, John. Oh, man. I love me a little bit of Dyer's. They have everything over there. They have their world-famous burgers, their dogs. They got catfish. They have tamales. It's so dead-gum good. They're out there at 101 North Center Street. You're like, where's that? That's just over in Collierville's historic town square. Right over there. Head on over there. You can also go online to dyerscafe.com. You can call 901-850-7750, 850-7750. Place your order. Get them to cater an event. Get them to cater the NCAA tournament because you know what? Pay for all the people who are at your office to have a good old lunch because you know what? They're going to be just watching the games anyway, so make a party of it. Don't have to cook. Just have it catered. Have it done by Dyers. We're back in Two Shakes, Hardwood on the other side, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to real sports talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. If you need a new roof for your home or business, we hope to hear from you and will work hard to earn your business. We are experts and certified in residential and commercial roofing, siding, and gutter installation. I have been serving the Memphis area for over 20 years, and now with two of my sons working with me, we plan to be here for years to come. So if you need a roof, please give us a call. On a personal note, what a great time it is to be a Memphis sports fan. With the Grizzlies and the Redbirds and 901 FC, not to mention Tigers football and basketball, it's going to be a fun year. Thanks to Coach Silverfield and Coach Hardaway and their staffs for their dedication to the student and athletes, the University of Memphis, the City of Memphis, and us fans. Five Ash Roof Services, a proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Five Ash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
The 75th anniversary sales event is on at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown, and we've got Rock and Ronnie Smith ready to put you in your new V-Dub today.
That's right, Randy. 3's your lucky number. 2024 Taos S, or a 2024 Tiguan S, or a 2024 Jetta Sport. Your choice. $275.96 per month.
Plus, Gossett Volkswagen Germantown's got 2024 Atlas Cross Sport, $33,999. Plus 1.9 for 60 months on all Atlas and Atlas Cross Sports, and 0 for 60 months on 24 Tiguans. But only at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown.
Come see me, Rock and Ronnie Smith, and let me put you in your new V-Dub today.
Gossett Volkswagen Germantown, 7420 Winchester Road, or online, GossettVWG.com. All 36-month lease, 7,500 miles, 20 cents excess mileage. Do not combine APR offer with 3,000 customer cash rebate. House RMO 53314, MSRP 26063, Tiguan RM 003120, MSRP 30,026, Jetta RMO 48802, MSRP 25506, Cross RC 23156, MSRP 38,998. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month with approved credit. Dealer stock only.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your buddy Johnny Radio. I'm here with Mark, the owner of Dyers, out in Collierville's historic town square, where they've been cooking up them burgers since 1912, the old-fashioned way. Mark, what's going on in life? I see you got your 4 kids with you. What do they love about Dyers?
Man, they love everything about Dyers. They love all the great food that we serve, and they really like eating our good food and watching some of their favorite sports.
Braden, what do you like at Dyers?
I like a bacon burger with fries, a milkshake, and with a Tigers game in the background.
Carter, who's your favorite football team?
The Carolina Panthers, and just with some macaroni with that sounds amazing.
My man Beckham, what's your favorite food over at Dyers?
We like the double cheeseburgers.
Kinley, what is your favorite dish over at Dyers?
Daddy's cheeseburgers and the Dallas Cowboys game in the background.
Just remember, everybody, bring your family, bring your friends, bring your team out and eat at our place.
So head on over to Dyers in Collierville's historic town square.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
Bartlett Small Engine has been serving quality power equipment since 1970. They have a full line of power equipment, parts, and services for most makes and models. Bartlett Small Engines has the best brands in the power tool industry, and they're all American made. Bartlett Small Engine is your can-do store. 6780 Summer Avenue. Call 901-386-9779.
Bartlett Small Engine has free pickup and delivery both at your home and curbside for lawnmowers, blowers, edgers, and any small engine. Call 901-386-9779.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Oh my goodness, I was cracking up just now. And then I heard the music playing. Damn, bro. I just saw the funniest thing I've seen in a long time. Did you know that there was a very nice gesture that was happening last night? Anthony Black and Grady Dick.
Yeah, I saw that.
They were trading jerseys. Did you know they're two phenomenal rookies? Phenomenal.
They're two rookies.
You know, phenomenal. I now know why they traded jerseys. I'm going to tell you why in a minute, and it is not suitable for work.
Right. What? NSFW.
It is NSFW.
There you go.
Not suitable for work, brother.
Nailed it.
Woo! You know what I do, Nail?
What do you know?
What do I said, do you know what I do, Nail?
Oh, I thought you said, do you know what I do now? No, what do you do, Nail? What do you nail?
I nail my reads, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, you do.
I got a good one right now. You ready for it?
Hit me with it.
Get ready for the ultimate showdown at the World Championship Hot Wing Contest and Festival. It's happening at Memphis River Garden Park. It's on April 20th. I'm serious. 420. It's like today's the 18th of March, bro. We're weeks away. A little over 4 weeks away. There's going to be 60 teams. Plus, they're going to battle it out for the hot wing title. Who can wear the belt? Who can smell what the Rock's cooking? And the cool thing about this, it all supports the Ronald McDonald House. I've told you how awesome the Ronald McDonald House is. Everybody and their grandmother knows about St. Jude. Do y'all all know about the Ronald McDonald House? St. Jude, what they do for children's cancer. No child pays a single penny. I love St. Jude, but that's one of the reasons I love the Ronald McDonald House, because these kids come from all over the world, 51 different countries, every state's been represented, and these families, think about it, your child comes to Memphis, Tennessee, you're from far, far away, where are you going to stay, how much is it going to cost you? Amen for the Ronald McDonald House, because it puts the families up with their kids so that their kids can get the treatment they need and be around the families that love them, and they can get that support. Ronald McDonald House is a beautiful, beautiful place that's doing awesome work, and I love the World Wing Fest because, again, all the proceeds go to the Ronald McDonald House. So please come out on 420. Join us for a sizzling day of fiery flavors, live music. There's over 3 bands. It's going to be family fun. Don't miss out on this delicious opportunity to make a difference. Get your tickets now at worldwingfest.com. That's worldwingfest.com. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
My buddy Dacus has got a story, but first I got to tell you a little bit about Anthony Black and Grady Dick. Take out Grady and Anthony, and you'll figure out why it's NSFW.
But put Anthony in front of Grady.
No. Yeah, put Anthony first. Grady's second.
Yeah.
So basically,
And
here's
push their last names
here's
together.
the picture that is now that this is why when the music started, because I just saw this. I open up my X because I'm looking to see some of the stories that I brought to the table.
Sure.
I like these junks, and then I bring them to the
Sure.
table. And I didn't get to my likes yet because it was on my feed. And I look up and I see Black, number 0, Dick, number 1.
Bingo.
Grady holding Anthony Black's jersey, and Anthony holding Grady's jersey.
Sure. Yeah, so they're standing right next to each other. Of course, Grady's holding Anthony Black's jersey.
Bro,
so
you gotta know. You gotta know. You can't put Grady in front.
Sure, absolutely
holding
not.
Anthony Black.
Well, man,
and then
he's
Black
good.
holding
Grady Dick's jersey. That says
yeah,
Dick
like,
on the
you
back.
know, like, this is hilarious. I don't know why. Like, this is such childish humor.
I mean, it's hilarious though.
But to
It's
me,
funny.
I opened up, and the funniest thing about it is the first person's tweet that I saw when it had this was, "Oh my gosh, I hope they did not put this on TV for the children."
Ah, the children.
And I love the children, man. I got
Can't
children.
forget about the
grandkids.
children.
Don't forget about the children. All right, now you've been holding on to a story for almost a week.
I have.
Because he's been gone. He actually hasn't been
I haven't been gone. I've been here. I just have not been.
You haven't been on
this
my show.
Correct.
So, what you got for me, man?
So I saw this last week and I had to keep it. Now I got to find it. I've been saving so many things because of all the transfer portal and everything going on. But basically, this happened in Chicago. And John, everybody knows, you're in middle school, you're in high school maybe. And I don't know about you, but at the middle schools and high schools I went to, chip selling was a big business. I mean, you got a backpack full of chips.
Are you talking about like wafers?
No, like hot chips or something like that, or like Lay's or something like that. You'd have in middle school we had
if you
people.
would have said chips, like you got chips in the 90s in
Sure,
school.
a little different.
Whoa, big difference.
Different. No, this is just like regular potato chips or something like that. So we had people when I was in middle school, we had people who would like take unused lockers and stuff it with snacks, and then they would sell it out of their backpack and stuff like that. $1 here, $1 there, whatever.
Little stony entrepreneurs.
Sure, why not? And so hot chips were the big thing in middle school. Love like hot Cheetos, stuff like that. My childhood, I loved the hot fries. Hot fries were my favorite. Or Takis. A lot of people like Takis, John. But I saw this last week. California schools could ban Flamin' Hot Cheetos under a new bill.
Oh, because flaming is now you can't say that because people like flaming is not something that is
Incorrect.
Oh no.
Lawmakers argue that
I thought this was definitely a story about teens.
No, it is not. No. Lawmakers argue that developing young minds are harmed by the chemical ingredients and that federal guidelines have not been updated in decades. So they're saying there's some bad stuff in these hot chips that children should not be eating, which terrifies me for all of the hot chips I ate as a kid.
Well, I hate to say this, like all the stuff that you put in your body these days now, instead of being nutritious, is pretty much poisonous.
I think I eat pretty well, John.
Yeah, you eat Chick-fil-A every day, bro.
Actually, I haven't had Chick-fil-A in a good minute. Probably
Are
about a week.
A week?
Maybe more than a week.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
Are you okay?
I've been better.
Man.
Yeah.
Is everything going good on the whole Melinda front?
Yeah, no.
Y'all, like,
Nothing's
date
great.
night is...
Yeah.
So y'all didn't go
Chick-fil-A.
on a date
Well, we've
last
already
week.
scheduled a Chick-fil-A date night this week, so don't worry about it. We're getting it Thursday night, I believe.
All right, man. Just
Check us out at your local Chick-fil-A.
Well, I will tell you, if you're an emasculated man and you're feeling lonely, there's a podcast for you. You know what I mean by emasculated, right, sir?
Sure.
That's basically when a man's deprived his male role because the woman's too much of a sweetheart, we'll say, that she takes everything. Basically, think of all the Kardashian women. Like Bruce Jenner cut off his Johnson and became Caitlyn because Kris, she is a tough cookie. Think about Khloe. Lamar Odom was found ODing in a brothel on coke and Viagra. Chris Humphries' NBA career was ruined. Thank you, Kim. And look what happened. Like, what about the other girls? Have they destroyed people's lives yet?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not
The
yet,
young
though.
ones haven't done anything. I mean, I feel like, didn't Tiger get in some trouble? I know he was with one of them.
I don't know. Maybe.
The Houston Astrofest? Maybe not.
I'm sorry, what?
Astrofest or Astro World?
That is Travis Scott, not Tyga.
Whatever. Which one? Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. One of them's dating Tiger, the other's dating Travis Scott.
Tyga, not Tiger.
Tyga, sorry.
Tyga, there you go.
Like not the Tiger King.
Right, Tyga. Tyga. Tyga.
Oh, all right. Well, anyway, I'm just saying. And the reason I say that this is called the Emasculated Podcast because Caitlyn Jenner and Lamar Odom are joining up for a new project. And no, they don't have a name for it yet.
Oh. We need to get on that.
But I will say one thing. I'm sure one of the ladies will pick the name for it, like Keeping Up with Sports. Keeping Up. It'll be Keeping Up with something to go along with Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Of course, gotta keep it
because
in-house.
Lamar Odom and Caitlyn Jenner can't make a decision on their own. You know this. Poor emasculated men. Good luck out there. By the way, who wears the pants in your relationship?
Mine? Her dog. Melinda's dog does.
Dude,
she makes all the decisions.
The dog does?
Uh-huh. Sure does.
I kind of, as a dog guy, I kind of dig it.
Yeah, I don't.
I see what you mean. Like my little doggy, he's kind of like in charge too. Pretty in charge. But anyway, there's a lot of weird things going on. And the weirdest thing that I saw over the weekend, so, have you, like in Russia, they just do things a little different, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, do you remember when Rocky went to Russia and how he was like beating meat and swimming in frozen rivers and running when it was snowing and carrying logs and chopping wood,
Yeah, manly man thing.
And like that dude.
Have you ever wanted to beat meat before?
Habib? No, I've never wanted to beat meat.
No? Huh.
No, never mind. But Habib Nurmagomedov?
Yeah.
Like that dude used to wrestle bears since he was a little bitty kid. Like his dad thought it was cool to be like, yo, get outside and wrestle this bear. Have you not seen the videos?
Are we talking about the same person?
No, I'm talking about Russians.
Yeah, no, I know who you're talking.
I was talking about like when Rocky went to Russia.
Yes.
He got so strong that he beat up a Russian.
Right, I got that.
And then he united an entire two countries, and he literally single-handedly
ended the Cold War.
Yeah,
that's right.
Well, Habib Nurmagomedov ended Conor McGregor and was the best dead gum fighter in the UFC.
Oh, yes. I know.
Because he was just literally wrestling bears. You can go watch the videos. The dudes, you would think in Russia they would be like, somebody would show up and knock on the door. Child Protective Services. We hear that your 5-year-old son is wrestling bears in the backyard, and you are fully participating on this. They would take the child.
Sure.
Nope. In Russia, this is just glorified sports, okay? Something happens to the kid, he wasn't worthy.
That's hilarious.
That's just how it is, man. In Russia, they just built different. Well, this new sport proves it. Imagine playing basketball, Holmes.
I've seen
And
this.
you go up and you take a shot, and then somebody just grabs you out of the air and suplexes your ass.
But had to take off his shirt before he did it.
That's the only rule in the game.
Huh.
Is before you suplex. So if you can take your shirt off, like when a man jumps up in the air, like Michael Jordan would get suplexed so many times because he had hang time. You know what I'm saying? And then the dude, if he rips his shirt off and you're bare chested, you get to grab the guy and suplex his ass.
So the goal is to get up fast and get your shot up.
You got it. You don't want to have it Dr. J, MJ, Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, Mac McClung. These guys would not be great at this sport because the higher you're up in the air, the more dangerous. But then also, if you just sneak up behind somebody and he just takes a 3-point shot, you can just take your shirt off. The dude can turn around, and then you can suplex him.
So if they're shooting a 3, you can still tackle
him. You can suplex them as long as you take your shirt off.
Does it have to be a suplex, or if I'm like guarding somebody?
You only get a suplex.
Okay.
This is what's crazy.
So I can't like
punch.
face check you and then just like spear you.
You can't kick him in the junk. Okay. You have to grab him around the waist and power slam him to where it looks like he's gonna be paralyzed. Because a lot of the video that I saw, I don't know how the people are not. My neck would break. I guarantee it. Okay. Are you watching the video?
I already saw the video. I just didn't know that there were like specific rules to it.
The only rule is you have to take your shirt off because in Russia it's cold, so they want to see you're a little nipply. Maybe it hurts worse. Huh. I don't know.
Yeah, weird.
Suplex in basketball, bro. Telling you, some crazy stuff going on out there in this world. But we're gonna have to take a break because, well, we need some money. Looks like you need to win some money so you can take your girl out on a date again, huh?
To Chick-fil-A.
You know what? Can I tell you a little secret, man?
Sure.
There's other places.
No, there's not. I drive down the street all the time. It's just both sides of the street, just Chick-fil-A after Chick-fil-A after Chick-fil-A.
You're such a
fool. At least that's what I see.
Man, you know what? You should have you gone by the local liquor store and got a bottle of Tito's and you and your girl gone out and celebrated yet?
John, how could we watch the the AAC championship without a bottle of Tito's?
Damn right. That's
UAB
my boy.
And Temple?
Man, if you're going to drink, you got to drink the best spirit around, and that's Tito's handmade vodka, crafted and distilled in the United States down in Austin, Texas, because it's the best 6 times distilled. 6 times. Then it's distilled in classic copper pots. That's why it's got such a unique flavor, slightly sweet with that black pepper note balancing everything out. It doesn't make it matter if you're drinking a flirtini or a dirty martini or you're just drinking it neat, brah. Get your Tito's on today. Trust me. Bets on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Springtime is hot wing time and time for the ultimate hot wing showdown at the World Championship Hot Wing Contest and Festival. Be there Saturday, April 20th at Memphis River Garden Park on Riverside Drive. See over 60 teams fighting for hot wing supremacy, along with live blues, soul, and rock and roll. All in support of the Ronald McDonald House. It's a sizzling day of fiery flavors, live music, and family fun, and you're invited. It's hot wing time in Memphis. Get your tickets now at worldwingfest.com. This is your delicious chance to make a difference.
This is hard to believe, but the Hyundai Santa Fe is actually better. I know, that's crazy, isn't it? The 2024 Santa Fe is new, top to bottom, and even better than before. It's almost as big as the Palisade, so roomy, and now it's got a standard third row. Everybody's clamoring for that. And it's the best SUV when it comes to the ride than ever before. You know how with SUVs you love it because you're sitting high, but you don't get that luxury kind of ride like a sedan? You do with the 2024 Santa Fe. It's the best riding SUV ever, and it's quiet. It's the ultimate family car. All you've got to do to be sold is to test drive it. The people at Homer Skelton Hyundai are saying, come try it. You'll love it. Homer Skelton Hyundai, right at the corner of Highway 78 and Craft Road. First exit in Mississippi. Go see the ultimate SUV, the 2024 Santa Fe.
Looking for a high-efficiency planting solution? The Case IH 2150 Early Riser Planter combines the industry's most accurate planter technologies with a rugged row unit for a fast and uniform emergence. The Case IH 2150 Early Riser operates at your speed and adapts to unique field conditions so that you can maximize your yield potential. Stop in or call Mid-South Ag Equipment at 662-890-3141 to learn more. That's Mid-South Ag, your Case IH Equipment headquarters. If you need glass replaced, there's only one name you need to know. Binswanger Glass, the largest full-service glass company in the U.S. They've been an industry leader for over 145 years. For all your residential, commercial, or auto glass needs, Binswanger Glass is the name you need to know. 24-hour emergency service for all commercial customers, plus a nationwide warranty on all professionally installed glass. Visit Binswanger Glass in Midtown at 340 South Hollywood across from the Liberty Bowl. Visit binswingerglass.com. Binswanger Glass.
Getting your biggest tax refund from Jackson Hewitt can lead to some spirited reactions.
Jackson Hewitt!
Jackson Hewitt is so sure they'll get you your biggest refund that if they don't, you get your money back plus $100.
Jackson Hewitt!
Switch to Jackson Hewitt and we'll beat what you paid last year, even if you filed online. Ain't nothing to it. Switch to Jackson Hewitt and pay less for tax prep, guaranteed. Proof of prior year payment required when filing. New clients only at participating locations through April 7th. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
Hey, this is Eli Savoy, and I've got a question for you. Who wants to pay full retail for a pre-owned car or truck when you can buy it at wholesale? Wholesale Unlimited on Pleasant View, right off Covington Pike, has an unlimited selection of super sharp pre-owned cars and trucks you can buy at the wholesale price. And right now, you can use your tax refund as all or part of a down payment and still just pay the wholesale price. Chevy Silverados, F-150s and Ram trucks, Tahoes, Explorers, Jeep Wranglers, Grand Cherokees, Renegades, a Cadillac SRX, Camaros, Mustang convertible, Hyundais. Check it out. Go to wucars.com or Google Wholesale Unlimited Memphis. This is great. Your money goes a long way when you can buy at the wholesale price, and tax refund time makes it even better. Go to Wholesale Unlimited on Pleasant View, just off Covington Pike, with guaranteed approval. Tell them you heard about it right here on Sports 56, and you can thank me later.
The only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Everybody get out, fill your brackets out, get ready. We're going to rock and roll. Don't forget, we got David Cobb tomorrow from CBSSports.com to give you some more information on your brackets. Tonight, though, if you want to bet, dude, 9 o'clock tonight, you got the Grizzlies on the road playing the Kings. Desmond Bane is back, man. Desmond Bane's insane, man. Kings get up and down really, really quickly. Grizzlies, they got Desmond Bane back, man. I'm telling you, 220, I feel like that total is set a little bit low. I'm looking at going over tonight because everybody is just going to let it fly. Sabonis is going to play a little point center. De'Aaron Fox is going to score. Desmond Bane is going to drain it over and over again. And you're going to hit that over like it's nothing. I did also want to remind you, we are getting out of here. I got to say goodbye to all my wonderful people. But don't forget, go to worldwingfest.com and get your tickets for April 20th. It's the World Champion Hot Wing Contest and Festival. Again, it's April 20th down at Memphis River Garden Park. It's over 60 teams. It's also, it all benefits the Ronald McDonald House. I got 30 tickets given to me by a dude who can't go. I'm giving them away over the next 4 weeks. See you tomorrow. Peace.
It's time to discover your new Kia at Gossett Kia on the Pike. And there's never been a better time to drive off in your new Kia. Make it happen today in a 2024 Kia Forte LXS. 41 MPG, $219 a month. How about sporty 2024 Kia Sportage LX? We gossip too.